This episode brought to you by Kepri, delivering enhanced digital experiences through custom development.
First impression is the freshness, the nice ambiance, and the great service.
I love Cava. I come 2 or 3 times a week. In fact, I make my whole team come with me. The meatballs are great, so the flavor and consistency and quality of the food's top notch.
I love the lamb because it is flavorful, it is local. I can always mix up my meal. I can have it on the grains, the greens, anything.
If I could describe Cava in one word, it would be farm fresh.
It's delicious.
Chef-inspired cuisine continues to be a lasting trend in fast casual. It is where we see the ongoing culinary innovation and experimentation in our industry. Cava Grill is a Washington, D.C. based brand run by 3 childhood friends with a vision. That vision is a Greek and Mediterranean-inspired cuisine focused on freshness, extremely high-quality ingredients, customizable and healthy, all wrapped into a hip, fast style that resonates with today's consumer and what they want and need. Cava has appeared on our show before when they were just an embryo brand. We saw back then that they had great potential. We stopped in to talk with co-owner and chef Dimitri Moshevites to see how they are growing and maintaining their vision for excellent chef-driven cuisine without compromise. Dimitri, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah. For our viewers, let's kind of go back a little bit and talk about the history of Cava and how you guys have kind of come to where you are today.
We started out 10 years ago with our full service restaurants in Rockville, Maryland. And from that, we grew to 5 full service. I think the last time we talked, we were at 3 or 4 locations.
4 units, yeah.
And now we've grown to over 25 locations.
Yeah. What do you think is making Cava such an attractive option for today's modern consumer?
Well, I think that we kind of hit on every demographic. We can be in the city, we can be in the suburb, we can be in a mall or an airport.
Right.
We have that make you feel good kind of food.
Right.
We like to go out there and find people that we can partner up with, local farmers, local producers. And I think people see that, and that does break that $8 barrier.
Yeah.
When you are part of the community, you are taking the proper steps to really put out the best quality product that you can possibly put out.
Yeah.
We really want to use the community as a backdrop for what we do in our restaurants.
Right.
Our consumer will feel right at home.
How hard is it to connect with those local purveyors and farmers and suppliers in each of the markets? Is that a pretty big, tall order for your teams to?
It is a little bit difficult, but we go out there and we do our homework, and we make sure that they're the right fit for us, and we're the right fit for them as well.
Sure, sure.
And then that's the way we build all these beautiful relationships, and we get them involved in our restaurant.
Interesting. All right, so we're going to get a chance to actually meet one of your farmers today.
Yes.
Craig, who's one of your lamb suppliers. What was the story of how you guys met?
Well, we met about 8 years ago at Lamb Jam. It's a competition that we do here in D.C. They do it in a couple cities, Boston, and I kept a close relationship with Craig all through the 4 years before Cava Grill opened. And when we were ready to make the change with him, I said, Craig's the only guy to go with, just because of his product being so amazing.
That's fun, and you guys use that product in your meatballs right
in
now?
In our lamb meatballs here, yes.
Right. So we'll get a chance to kind of go from scratch.
Absolutely.
Back at house. Can't wait to try this.
It's gonna
get
be
a chance to
fantastic.
meet up with Craig back there and get it all started.
All right, Dimitri, so here we are back at House of Cava, and we're going to kind of dive into some meatballs here.
So, the process.
Good morning. Oh my gosh.
Good to see you, Paul. Chef.
Hey, Craig, how you doing, sir?
Wow, what a pleasure. And here you
Speak
have
of the source right here.
So, we have some of the most beautiful ground lamb ever.
Courtesy of Craig.
Courtesy of Craig in Border Springs. We have some chopped cilantro, and then we have our harissa, which kind of has all the spice that we need for this lamb already. Cumin, garlic, olive oil, the tomato paste, lots of good parsley. The tomato paste kind of gives you that nice char on the grill that we need to have as a huge characteristic in a bowl or a pita or salad. So, you know, we just add a little of our chopped cilantro here. And we add a nice hefty scoop. So this has pepper flakes in it, and it just gives it a really nice spice.
Your whole tie into how you guys were trying to get the flavor of this lamb out. What were some of the things you guys did at the farm there?
Well, you know, Americans historically have not eaten a lot of lamb. And I think some of that is because sometimes the fat is a little disconcerting to American consumers. So the key for me was to create a really sweet fat. You know, it takes us, 8-10 months to create a lamb, but it doesn't hit the plate till the chef uses his magic touch. Being that my farm is on the East Coast, we have to spend a little bit more effort in nurturing our grasses in our pastures to create high sugar grasses. That's then going to create really sweet, meat flavors and fat flavors. Not all breeds of lamb taste the same. And so that's part of the art of the farmer or the shepherd is figuring out what breeds serve the purpose the best.
Yeah, so Chef, we're going to get a chance to see the meatballs in action out front.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
So guys, so obviously something's changing in the marketplace. Let's talk about that a little bit. Consumers willing to pay more. They want a higher quality product. Really getting an experience now. I mean, you walk into a Cava, it's an amazing vibe. What do you think is the driving force there, guys?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. One is people talk about the slow food movement, but I think it's more of just good food movement. I think quality really, really matters. How great is it that I can put this much effort into a single muscle cut that can be turned into ground, and then you have a chef who can be this versatile with it.
Yeah. Well, and I think that goes to show you that the demand is here for high quality products, especially for what you guys are doing. You've got some of the best ingredients we've seen in fast casual, and continued commitment to that, I think, is showing up in the plate.
Like I said, community is where it's at with us. And we really like to highlight all the different partners that we work with and really bring them up. It's not just about us, it's just about everybody that we work with. We also have as a chef, I have a responsibility to the people that walk through that door day in and day out to give them the best possible product that I can find for the price that's affordable, yet everybody's happy.
So we got to try some food.
You got to try some.
About time you.
This is the best part.
Who's digging in?
Okay.
So this is just our meatball with none of the toppings on it.
Right.
And we just dressed it with a little lemon and olive oil.
Now you talked about the way that it caramelizes on the grill. Explain that through the harissa use.
If you see this char right on top.
Oh wow, that's fabulous.
That's not burnt. That's character. That's beautiful stuff happening over there. And that is in part our harissa, and the other part is the fat caramelizing on the grill.
You can get pretty varied here with the style.
You can. We have so many combinations and so many possibilities when you walk through that line.
Right.
And what we try to do is we build around the protein. We say, what's going to really taste good? We don't want anybody coming in here and messing up a bowl. That's not good for us. We want people to come in and be able to choose whatever they want to choose, and it works for them.
And as much as I love the lamb here, I could have a whole meal of just your spreads and dips and chips. These, talk about great accompaniments to lamb. They're all creative and they're all so fresh.
I like it. Guys, of course, thank you so much for letting us jump in here to Cava and learn a little bit more about the sourcing. Great job today.
Thank you.
Thanks.